Hey, it's Andy Rizika back with you here on STL TV with a great interview. I've got a comedian that's from St. Louis originally, but he's in LA now and he's touring across the United States. To hear more, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Andy. I appreciate it, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited to talk to you because, I know your comedy tour is going to be fantastic. And is there going to be any comedy about St. Louis in this upcoming tour when you're here August 4th?
Absolutely. St. Louis may get a completely different set than every other city has got because I got to put on for the city. Andy, you took my old job, Andy. I used to work at STL TV, man. I used to work up there right after a couple classes when I was going to Harris Snow. So when Shalene reached out, I was like, oh, I have to do it. So I definitely got to put some St. Louis content in the set. It's gonna be a good time though.
So you can take this interview from here, right? You can just ask yourself some questions. You can switch spots,
I mean, I can wing it,
Okay.
Quick on my feet.
So tell me a little bit about this tour. How long are you touring across the United States?
Well, this is my first headliner tour, so I was only doing 10 cities. I did partner with one sponsor, Tullamore Dew. It's an Irish whiskey. It's one of my favorites. And they got on for 2 cities, so working with them as well. And I've always toured with other people, big names, D.L. Hughley, Lavelle Crawford, a number of other guys. But the most recently, I was touring with my friends like Kevin on Stage and Tony Baker. And I've always kind of held back because I never wanted to, come off too much for their audience because I am somewhat of a wild card. So the fact that I get to do the set that I've always wanted to do is probably the most rewarding part. I'm sorry, the most rewarding part of this entire tour. I get to do everything that I wanted to do for the past 6 years. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so that is a brand new feeling. I mean,
Yes.
What's that feeling like knowing that you're the headliner this time? You are closing the show.
It's very stressful, Andy. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. When I was touring with everybody else, all I had to do was show up and be funny for 25 minutes. I get a flat rate. I sell some t-shirts. I'm good, But when it's all on you to do all the promotion, to do any type of press, to do all the ticket sales, comedy clubs are really just glorified restaurants. Okay. And the food's not that good in most of them, but they're glorified restaurants with decent entertainment. That's how they look at it. So they're just looking at who can put the most butts in the seats. And because this is my first tour, I'll have a lot of off nights, a lot of Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, a couple weekends, but you have to show and prove yourself. So thus far it's been really good. I just did a run in the South. I did Atlanta, Chicago, Nashville, and Huntsville. And it was all 4 cities were absolutely amazing. So I'm really looking forward to St. Louis to come out as well. Big numbers.
Is this your first trip back here to St. Louis to perform again?
It's my first trip this year. I think I was in St. Louis. Actually, you know what? We didn't do St. Louis last year on the tour because St. Louis was like the 3rd city of my tour when I was touring with Kev back in 2020. So because we did St. Louis in 2020, when we started our tour last year, I think we did 38 cities, but St. Louis wasn't on that roster. So this is my first time on tour doing another show in St. Louis, especially for myself, like a headliner tour.
And you got to talk a little bit about the St. Louis favorites. Maybe you can bring on some gooey butter cake.
Listen, I'm going crazy. I wish I could. I might stay a couple of days because there's so much stuff I need to try. I need some emos. I need some Red Hot Riplets. I need some White Castles. I need Goody. I need some Panera. We have Panera out here, but it's not St. Louis Bread Company. It's just Panera. I want St. Louis Bread Company. I want the bread bowl with the French onion. Oh, I'm going crazy. My trainer's gonna hate it. I already know.
Do you have any new material that you're trying out, or is this all something you've had up in your repertoire for a while?
Oh, we definitely have some new material. My material changes every year depending on what my daughter is upsetting me with, or what my wife is asking for, or what the economy is doing. I thankfully got out before the gas bubble, so I've been electric for 2 years. So thankfully, I avoided that. Me and my wife both. But it's still fun to sometimes ride by gas stations and wave at people that are paying $13 at the pump for a gallon. It's ridiculous out here. We're closer to $7 out here, so I thankfully got out of that. But I talk about all of that type of stuff too. Like, it's real, it's the stuff that we're going through.
Yeah, you're waving at me. I'm going to on the drive, driving through those gas stations, and I can't
Yeah,
afford it either. So
yeah, yeah. Come on over to this electric side, man. Get your little EV. It's beautiful over here, baby. We helping the
I'll
earth
be your
too.
tour helper outer. I need to make more cash to make that happen. So I'll
Hey,
just be your
listen,
assistant or
I'm
something.
always looking to help people out, man. I need somebody to help me sell these shirts. So we come on over to Death Row Records.
That's great. So you also have an app that you're
Yes,
also
yeah,
starting
part
as well,
owner
right?
of Kev on Stage Studios. It is a streaming app. It's just like Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. You can cast it to any TV. You can use it on Roku. It works on Apple TV. It works on everything. Uh, we have the capabilities to like multitask. So you have the screen at the top if you're watching on your phone and still scroll on Instagram. And this is our original app. We have no outside investors. Uh, we have no silent partners, anything like that. This is totally funded by us and totally funded by supporters. Right now, I think we're sitting around 55,000 subscribers who pay annually or pay every month for the content that we put out. We put out scripted comedy shows. We have unscripted. We have improv shows. We have a food traveling show. We have a craft and cocktail show. And I'm working on 2 new shows as well. So we're always working. We own our studio too. We got 2 sound stages and a podcast room. We have an editing bay. So we're trying to do something that has never really been done on this level before. Mainly in Hollywood, you have to wait till somebody sees you and recognizes your talent. And we feel like we can validate each other just by working together and pulling our resources together and make it happen and wait for Hollywood to come to us.
And you have a show on there, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm a part of a lot of shows on there. I'm a part of Workplace Comedy. I'm also a part of Black People Don't Do Improv and the Real Comedians Challenge show. And then we all get on each other's show, like the Kevin and Angel's show is on there. Their podcast is on there. So we're guests on each other's show quite frequently. We just keep pouring into each other because we don't have to pay each other.
You're a whole thing, like comedian, talent.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like best? I mean, are you just a jack of
I
all
like
trades?
checks, Andy. I like checks. That's why I keep working, man. Outside of everything that I just told you I do, I still act. I've been on 3 seasons of Insecure, been on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and a ton of commercials. I just finished up MasterCard commercial that should be coming out in a couple of weeks. But I like checks, man. I like to live comfortably, and I don't have to leave my house to do anything. If I don't have to go to somewhere to get in their pool or their jacuzzi, I'm good. I don't want a whole lot. I just want air conditioner, jacuzzi, and a dishwasher. I'm good. That's all I need. I don't need 16 houses and all of that. Just the bare minimum.
So you mentioned the app. What's the name of it? Where can people download it?
The name of the app is called Kev on Stage Studios. That's Kev, as in Kev on Stage, the entertainer and comedian. Kev on Stage Studios. You can download it from the Apple Store. You can download it from Google Play. It's accessible on all platforms. Like I said, we're working on distribution. If Peacock and someone picks us up, then it's going to really be a game changer for us. But like I said, we're not waiting for anyone. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep finding new talent. Kev has done his Keep Your Distance virtual comedy show, and it has turned into a beast of its own. It's doing so well. He may not ever go back on the road and actually like physically tour because he can just do this show from our studio and just fly the comics in. So we're very thankful to be where we are, but probably the most thankful for our supporters. Like each one of us has a different group of supporters, and it kind of bleeds over, but they really get the vision. They really get what we're trying to do. They really get that we don't want to wait on anyone, and we're able to give out a lot more help to our peers than Hollywood is doing. So, we're not just asking people to come on and perform for free. We're actually giving them an opportunity to get paid. They also get reels. They also get footage of their comedy sets, and they can use that as marketing tools when they're trying to book their tour for the next year. So I'm glad that we're able to help as many people as the people that are helping us.
So maybe you can tape some of this comedy tour and put it on your app.
Well, I mean, my goal is to film my special. I'm gonna film a special at the end of the year, and I'm gonna put that out for free on YouTube, and I'm gonna use that as my marketing tool for next year. So I'll be able to use my numbers from this year the clubs that I did, and then also the views from that, and just use that as my marketing tool to kind of like slingshot myself back into the clubs and in front of the, in front of their eyes, and let them see the numbers. The numbers speak for themselves. Like I said, it's a restaurant. All they care about is, can you put butts in the seat? And I can do that.
So remind our audience one more time about the tour, when you're going to be in St. Louis.
Got it. Say no more, Andy. What's up, guys? It's the Freckle Phenom, Tahir Moore. Pulling up on you, St. Louis, August 4th. I'm going to be at Helium Comedy Club. You can get tickets right now at tahirmoore.com. This is the Villains Tour, okay? And there are no good heroes without great villains, and that's why I'm here, to talk trash and have a great time with you. Very, very much looking forward to coming back home to St. Louis. I'm bringing my homegirl, Ty Davis. She's my feature. We in town for one night only. One night only. So don't miss this opportunity right now. All my Jaguars from Gateway High, all my Hornets from Harris Stowe, pull up right now. We're gonna have a fantastic time. And I want to thank STL TV for always showing love. Shout out to Shalene, shout out to Andre, shout out to everybody over there that I met and built amazing relationships with. I definitely appreciate the support, and thank you guys for having me on.
Well, thank you so much, Tahir. I'm hoping St. Louis all comes out to your show.
Come on. Me too, Andy. That's why I'm coming, man. I'm ready for it. Don't disappoint me, St. Louis. Come on now.
Well, thanks so much, Tahir. Really hope St. Louis comes out to your show August 4th, Helium Comedy Club. And be sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for STL TV. I'm Andy Ruzicka.